Hello, this is Save File Corrupted with another edition of Xbox Game or Pass, where David, I scour through the depths of Xbox Game Pass and play estranged games that aren't noticed and loved like the others, and let you know if you should game or if you should pass on them. Now, anybody who knows me knows that I love Xbox Game Pass. Absolutely love it. I think it's a tremendous value for what you're getting. I mean, 10, 15, even on PC, it's $5 a month, and you get over 100 games that's continuously updated every week. It's just absolutely incredible. But I feel like a lot of those games are ignored or not thought of in the way that the first-party games are. So I'm here to, play those games for you. So this is Xbox Game or Pass. Mountain Blade Warband is an expansion of the original Mountain Blade game, originally released for the PC in 2008. Warband, coming in 2010 on the PC as well, is a game developed by Tale Worlds Entertainment. It's a strategy RPG game with both strategy-like stuff and RPG-like stuff, all within the game. It got a console release in 2016, and then now we find it here on Game Pass in 2020. Interestingly enough, it did get an Android release in 2014, so that is a precursor to what these graphics are going to look like. I don't know what it is. If it's able to be on an Android phone, you can't expect too much. So I had no idea what to expect when loading this game up. I had barely heard of it throughout my lifetime, and I was pleasantly surprised by a lot of different things. First of all, it has a single-player multiplayer and a custom battle option. We'll get more into those in just a minute, but the amount of stuff that this game has in it is pretty incredible. Just by, I don't know if it's just me, but I feel like every time we get more and more new games or new generations of gaming, I feel like we get less when it comes to games as far as features, modes, and all that other stuff. This game is ridiculously jam-packed with that stuff. So after creating a quick backstory for your character, where you choose from all kinds of different questions about, were you a graduate of a university? Are you a merchant's son? Just all kinds of different things. You then get into a screen where you're going to pick your attributes, your skills, and your proficiencies. I had no idea that this game had this much in it. But you set your strength, your agility, your intelligence, your charisma. You pick from all kinds of different skills, from like surgery to engineer to persuasion. To, iron flesh, which gives you more health. All kinds of stuff like that. They all affect your character in a different way. So you can get very particular with how you want your character to be. After kind of setting your attributes, you then name your character, and then you get to really dive into the customization by picking what you want your character to look like. And this is one of the most expansive character creations that I've seen in a long time. Funny, since this game originally came out in 2008. But yeah, all kinds of different things you can mess with, or you can just do the good old fun randomize button and see what you get that way. After picking your starting point, who you're aligning with in the beginning, you then set off into Calridia with the sole goal of becoming its ruler. You do this through quests, through just paying people to join you, visiting village to village to village. The map's pretty large and expansive. There is no voice acting in the single player experience. It's all text. You got to read. You're not a big fan of reading. Then you might skip a lot of the dialogue options. I found myself after the first few, I was just like, ugh, I don't care. Skip, skip, skip. Who cares what you're saying? All your interactions with people, you have choices of how you speak to them and what you do and what you say. So as far as like those kind of RPG mechanics, it's pretty cool. I will say overall, the single player experience to me was something that I felt like I would have been blown away by in 2008. But now playing it, I'm just kind of like, I like how much is there, but I just, there's not much else like keeping me here in the single player. I had a lot more fun with the other modes. In multiplayer, you select your character model again. You can play either male or female, pick what they look like. Choose what flag or banner you want to fly, and then you go into a server list where then you choose what game type. There's dual, siege, fight and destroy, conquest, deathmatch, team deathmatch. There's a lot of different kinds of game types, a lot of different maps. Some are specified towards certain game types. You can get into battles that are all the way up to 64 players, which is fully chaotic and fun. I never really experienced any lag playing, so that was a really cool thing, and I think that has a lot to do, once again, with the graphics, not having to put too much pressure on your machines. But yeah, overall I had a good experience with multiplayer. I think it's definitely probably a lot more fun if you can play with friends and kind of do it that way. But yeah, overall multiplayer was a joy. The last mode we're going to be talking about today is the custom battle mode, and my favorite thing in this game is you kind of set all the parameters of what you want your battle to look like. You pick what faction you are, what the enemy faction is, how many people on horses they have, how many bowmen, how many sword and shield people they have, and you can do 100v100 battles. You pick the map. You can also pick like what type of game type. It's only battle and siege in this particular mode, but this is where I had the most fun, just because it's a very easy way to get going right into a battle and see how it goes. It's just absolutely ridiculous fun. I really, really enjoyed this mode. I spent, just a couple of hours just doing dumb stuff in this mode and fighting. I did just want to quickly touch on the actual fighting in this game. The gameplay of the fighting and mechanics is... it's very interesting depending on what kind of weapon you're using. You're going to attack from the left, attack from the right, attack from the bottom. The Xbox controller obviously does not have as many inputs as a keyboard does. So, like looking up and striking from up always makes you look up. So it puts you at a disadvantage as just some guy walking out in the battlefield always looking up before he hits his enemy. But it's clunky, it's not the greatest, but it's very manageable and doable. I thought it was fine. I know a lot of people have complained in reviews about how the fighting mechanics in this game on console are way worse than they are on PC. So in review, Mountain Blade Warband is a good time, but like for a limited time, it's got a lot of positive, lots of contents, ridiculous in a good way. Kind of like has a niche kind of like feel to it. Like this is for a very specific type of player. Negatives, it's outdated. It's obviously made for the PC. I didn't even talk about the fact that, I mean, it doesn't have the mod support on the Xbox like it does on the PC. So I felt like if you really, really wanted to dive deep inside this game, you should definitely just get it for the PC. I don't imagine a game that's from 2008 is that expensive right now. But besides that, if you're just looking for a few hours to waste, then yeah, definitely get this. I think it's an old school hardcore RPG kind of kind of deal, like that kind of player. That's not me. I hate diving into a whole new system and having to learn a bunch of new things. I kind of like the simplicity of things every now and then. I do like expansive game worlds and things like that, but I'm just going to go and give this game a pass. I think it's for a very specific type of player. Uh, and I think those people, it's like a cult following of people who will play this game and love this game. If you saw it today and you thought, wow, that looks like a lot of fun, you should at least try it out. The cool thing about Game Pass, it doesn't cost anything more than what you're paying monthly. I just want to say thank you for joining for my first ever video on YouTube. I don't know what I'm doing. I don't know how to edit. I don't know how to do anything. I'm trying, and I know that I'll get better over time. Thank you so much for watching the video. Please like and subscribe. As much as I hate saying that, it's very instrumental in moving up the algorithm and getting more followers and more likes so that I can eventually, hopefully, make a living out of this. Thank you so much. Have a good one, guys.